2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On first down, gone. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a first down throw, Goff. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there. Now the Lions will line up to go for two. Goff looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for two, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Fields on first down. And that is incomplete. But Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition is so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading remember the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day, the only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
Throwing on third down, Fields. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Back to Montgomery on second down, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run with Montgomery, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They try again with Montgomery. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Montgomery. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They snap it to Fields. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
After the interception, here's Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they, almost to a man, told they ought to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
On second down now, it's Montgomery. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Fields now to throw. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. Touchdown, Chicago! Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You know,
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, here's Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently? And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. On 4th down, Goff. He's going to let this one go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. They'll run forward with Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more, Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Montgomery, they'll run for it, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. So Montgomery denied on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Taking it about the 16. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Montgomery running right. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day, but you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
On play action, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A give. This is Montgomery. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Fields.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Throw play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Here's Fields.
Steps away to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But that's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at the 12, and that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back seven, phenomenal.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL.
And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamal Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
And he's got it. So they tried for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now Fields.
And that will be incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already showed in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Well, here we go on 4th down, Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Khalif Raymond, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And this will be caught by Mooney.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Out of the gun, Fields.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Goff. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
So Goff will lead his guys up to the line to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we're at halftime here on the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Bears. Jarnell Mooney, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get out with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Goff on first down. He sets to fire deep. And this one is incomplete.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one. So they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Goff. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff.
He'll get this off to Swift. And he is going to have the Lions first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as he'll go from the 47 now on first down.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Detroit. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Goff looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Steps away. And Cook has it, left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
His throw incomplete.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Fields throwing again.
Dancing to his left. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Darius Slayton, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
That'll be complete to Cook. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Out to his left. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Play action. It's Fields.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 14. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
They snap it to Fields.
Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And got his man, complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Darius Slayton, 87 yards. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Cook.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Rolling to his left.
Oh, Mooney, what a catch. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A nice throw there for the first down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think, a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, what, 4, 5, 6 years old and dreamed of playing in it. In fact, his family sent us some of those videos of he and his family in the backyard playing their Turkey Bowl games themselves. So now he's going from the backyard to the big stage, and here he is.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there for Chicago.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. He's going to air one out. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. But he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, he did perfectly and knocked it free.
2nd and 10. Fields again.
And now here's another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Now it's Fields.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just locked.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Throwing now, Goff.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. first extra point works to extend their lead by 2. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Completes a Mooney on the slant.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
One play action. Fields.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Fields now to throw.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30, 10, 5. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but they're in pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Goff going to throw it. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Now that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. You have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. Past the 20.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
And one last throw here for Fields. He'll let this go for the end zone.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Lions, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bears, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.